Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Made for Love, and today we're going to be doing a candle wax on parchment paper reading. I'm trying to get this to lay flat, but it's not cooperating. Anyways, it'll be fine. So what we're going to look at, so I have the candles here, right? So the first candle is going to be what downloads or insights is your person getting at this time. We're going to see what your person's thinking. We're going to see what your person's feeling. And then in the extended, we're going to see what your person's being triggered by at this time. And we're going to see what's happening in their immediate environment, their home environment, work environment. We're going to pull some advice from Spirit and advice from Magic Calabash. Okay? At least that's how I see the reading unfolding, but we will follow our intuition as to what's going to happen. One, before we begin, for the 11/11 portal, I will be hosting a webinar. It's called the Twin Experience Celebrity Edition. So what I will do in that webinar is going to update you on the progress of celebrity twin flames that Charlotte and I have already been tracking, right? So I'll show you the updated diagrams, that kind of thing. And then after I do that, I'm going to open the floor for you guys or participants to give the names of twin flames, well, people that you think are twin flames, so that me and my twin flame guides, Rob and Melissa, we can tune in and see if they are twin flames. And we will also chart their progress via a diagram, so you can come with your list of celebrities that you want me to tune into. And then if the 2 hours has not elapsed, what I will do is do some tune-ins into your twin ring, and of course give you a diagram to show you your progress. Okay, all right, so if you're interested in that, I'm going to put the link down below. The cost of the webinar is $44.44. It is going to be recorded, so if you have another class lined up for that day, you have other commitments, or you want to spend a day meditating somewhere and you don't want to even think about twin flames on that day, you can always watch it after. Okay. All right guys. Right, so anyways, but I always say on the 11 and on all portals, you do something to honor your connection. You do something for yourself. Okay. All right, so let us begin. So we're gonna start. I'm gonna use this hand so that you guys can see the wax drippings, because remember, you two are interpreting. Okay. Hopefully the angle that I have you guys at, should I raise you guys a little higher? Okay, guys, bear with me. Let me try that and let's see what happens. 1 second. I think that should help. You're a little higher than before. Probably not much though. Anyways, I will put the picture up on the community page for you to really see properly after it's done. Okay, so this is the insights that they are getting, downloads that they're getting at this time. So it's kind of like a combination of crown chakra and third eye. What's happening? So they're changing the way that they are seeing you guys, the way that they are seeing the world, the way that they're seeing different things that are happening in the world is changing. And for some, it has a lot to do with the different civil unrest, strife, war that they are seeing, in the media, right? It really has them in their feels. It really has them in their emotions. And they're doing a lot of healing of their distorted masculine through the viewing of these different and varied incidents. It's causing a lot of upheaval in their psyche, but it is also allowing for a lot of healing to take place. I see as well that your person has a particular spirit guide that's around them at this time. For a lot of you, the spirit guide's name begins with R. There's also an O inside there. I mean, it may be your spirit guide that might be trying to connect with them, because I'm seeing a synapse here, right? But they're giving them a lot of downloads, and it feels like very soon they're going to have a conscious awareness of this spirit guide. I see for some of you guys, your person, your divine masculine, however you want to conceptualize them, they're your counterpart. They're actively seeking out spiritual experiences. And again, I really feel it is external events, right? External events that are making them really examine their own consciousness. Okay? So it's a kind of, let's call it existential angst, right? So this existential angst that they're having at this time is making them come into the awareness that it's all connected. I mean, as cliche as it sounds, it's all connected. We are all connected. And the different parts also make up and connect with the whole. So they're also realizing that if they want change in their life, and indeed, if they want change in the world, and as you know, airy fairy as it may seem, they have to start with them and their little corner of the globe. Okay. Now, I see here that they're having a lot of epiphanies. Okay. And a lot of epiphanies about blood relatives. And a lot of epiphanies about blood relatives who were like ghosts in their life. What I mean by that, blood relatives who were either there, present, like their body was there, but their consciousness, their spirit, like was not there, right? Right. So we can be present in body but absent in spirit and influence. And then there are others who they weren't there in body at all, but their influence and spirit could be felt every day of a person's life. So a lot of them may have grown up with absentee parents, or they may have had a family member that passed on and it affected the whole family. But I don't think they realized how much it affected them until this past week. So I feel like it must have had to do something with the solar eclipse and maybe all these different planets in retrograde. So they're doing this kind of life review. And somehow, like, all the lessons that were kind of circling in their periphery that they weren't integrating, it's like they're downloading and integrating it all at once. So what they're realizing is, even though some people were not present in their life, okay, they had a heavy influence on them and a heavy influence on how they conducted their future relationships. All right. For some of them, there might have been a grandfather energy that was very influential in their life, right? It had an impact upon their father or their mother, and then impact upon them, or they were directly influenced by this person. And it feels like even though this person may have been present, they always held themselves apart from the family. And they held themselves apart from the family because they were afraid to love. This particular person, it feels like a grandfather energy. I gotta tell you guys, this grandfather went through major losses in his childhood. And for some of them, this grandfather, they're from the silent generation, that generation right after World War II, where, they don't examine anything very deeply. They just kind of get on with life because that's what they had to do to survive the atrocities that they experienced and what they had seen, right? They can't take in the totality of it. So any kind of conflict, triggered memories of that bigger conflict that they experienced. So it's someone who is conflict avoidant. It's someone who can connect to their emotional self. Someone who did not want to connect to it. Let's say they could not connect to their emotional self, because connecting to their emotional self may have caused some sort of mental breakdown or some sort of crisis, because there's just too many memories locked away there. So they're seeing this person with fresh eyes, and then they're seeing how this person's inability to connect with their family and connect with their children trickle down to them, and now they're doing it to other people in their life. And this is something that they don't want to pass on to the next generation, but may have already. If they have children, if they have nieces and nephews, they may have already started to do it. So they're like, it's what they're concerned with at this point is, how do they unmake the salad? How do they undo the damage that they may have already caused? And how do they lay a new foundation for themselves and for their family? How do they do things differently? And how can they kind of change the trajectory of their ancestry, this family line? So your person right now, they're concerned about how to best serve their family and how to do things differently. How to lay fresh foundation, because the foundation that they grew up with was cracked. It's cracked. I mean, they tried to build upon that foundation, but when that foundation is cracked and shifting, nothing stable can be built upon this. So they're trying to figure out, how do they dismantle and then lay this new foundation. What else have they downloaded? Well, they realize that they've been doing the same thing, like this grandfather energy, okay? They've been keeping themselves isolated, keeping themselves apart, because, they don't want to be hurt. They don't want to connect to their emotional body. They don't want to be abandoned. They don't want to be rejected. And what your person saw is that when you keep yourself like an island, that's how you achieve that, right? If you don't get close to anybody, then you don't get hurt. But they're seeing now that that's nowhere to live. That's nowhere to live. That everybody needs support. We're programmed and hardwired for support and connection. Okay, so them keeping themselves like an island and at a distance was actually hurting themselves more than possibly what might have happened if they had connected with other people. So they're realizing that they indeed would doing something counterproductive to what they want to accomplish, basically. So this is them changing their whole modus operandi and gradually building bridges with the people that they love. I think this person's been holding their emotions, pretending that they don't care, just kind of holding back the tide. And in fact, maybe when they speak to you, they come off as kind of cold and maybe even stoic, but you don't know how their cup runneth over. For you, you don't know how much it takes for them to hold back from you and from the natural flow of their emotions. But you're gonna know soon, because the dam has already broken, and they are overflowing with love, overflowing with emotion for you. And they realize, like, They can't protect themselves by isolating themselves, right? They have to do something different. Okay, that's what I got on that one. Oh, I'll put it here, my little coal pot. All right, now let's see, what are they thinking? So this is what they downloaded. What are they thinking? Okay. Maybe they don't want to tell us. Oh my gosh, guys. I don't think they want to tell us, guys. We have only gotten like 2 drops so far. We're gonna be patient, because this. Okay. I don't know if you guys heard that, but we're getting a lot of thunder. There's not much rain actually. So what I feel like, there's some kind of clash of ideologies that's happening with them right now, right? There's some kind of clash of ideologies, and maybe that's why they're not too sure what to think, right? Because there are these old deep-seated ideas. We saw that they're old deep-seated ideas, and then there's these new ideas that are coming through for integration. They're not sure what to do with these at this time, in terms of how they're going to express these truths, how they're going to integrate these truths into their life. Let's be patient and let's see what they want to tell us. So what are they thinking about? Maybe that helps a little bit. Let's switch the angle. Maybe it's giving them different well, I think we got that right, that they're getting different perspectives, but I think it's different truths that they're downloading as well, right? And these truths, as I said, differ from what they learned, differ from what they have been living by up till this moment. For some of them, they're thinking about starting a business, and for some of you guys, it might be a community project, and as much as your person might be very focused on finances, at this time, more than the finances, they're focused on impact. They're focused, as I said, I keep getting on serving. All right, they're focused on serving. So there might be a community project that is close to their heart that they might be looking at starting up. But there's an idea that is growing in their consciousness. Ooh. All right, I think this idea though is connected to you, because look, I'm seeing a pregnant person here. Okay, so they're pregnant with an idea. They want to birth an idea, but there might be someone around them that might be pregnant at this time, or they might be thinking about their legacy. And for some of you, they might see you guys like having children together, having like, fur babies together, or something like that. But they're in the energy of the Empress. One, and that's, 2 things tell me that. One, how receptive that they are. Remember, in the crown chakra, third eye, how receptive they are. That's feminine energy. And then this idea of creating and birthing is also feminine energy, the Empress. So this is the High Priestess. This is the Empress. So in the divine feminine energy at this time, regardless of the body. I'm not even sure where I left off because my camera just cut off completely. But I'm hoping that the last thing I said is that what's most important to this person is that they live a life of integrity. That their truths, the truths that they've downloaded, are the truths that come out of their mouth, and the truth and how they live their life aligns to their deepest truths. So this is what they're talking about. So it's emotional integrity, intellectual integrity, spiritual integrity. This is how they want to live their life. They don't want to be a repeat of the past, the ancestry. They want to do something differently, and this is something that's very conscious in their mind. And when we get an idea, it's like a virus. You can't dislodge it. You can't dislodge it. I'm seeing here again the birth canal, and we talked about them wanting to create and birth something. Okay, so they're definitely in their creative side. So instead of maybe spreading their sacral chakra energy around, they might be channeling that energy into something that they want to create on this earth plane. For some of them, they have a substance issue. Okay, specifically what's coming through might be an issue with alcohol. So this is something that they want to get on top of at this time. Guys, it's been absolutely sunny all morning, and as soon as I sat down, this storm, and it's a thunderstorm, there's very little rain. This thunderstorm just started. So I feel like a lot of people in your person's life, right? A lot of people in your person's life, they want to do so many different things differently. It's going to be difficult for them because when you're entrenched in a particular way of life and a particular habit, it's difficult to break out and break away, right? But this is what they want to do. This person, okay, this person is also thinking about some lies that they have told in the past. All right, so for some of you, they have a child that they have not told you about. For others of you, they may have been adopted and they've always felt like the outsider, and they may have never told you. For others, they may not want children and they've never told you because maybe you do want children and they didn't want to scare you off. But there's something with regard to children, and could even be their inner child too, right? That they have not told you. But they want to tell you because this is someone who is committed to the truth. Okay? They're committed to the truth. They're thinking about how living these truths are going to affect their life, how living these truths are going to affect their work life, their intimate relationship with family members, intimate partners, the relationship with their children. Okay? And they're also concerned if people will judge them for their truths. Okay? if people will abandon them for their truths, but they're gradually moving into the I don't give a fuck part of that. Okay, there's something here about blue roses. I'm gonna look at it in a moment. Let me get the messages from this blue candle. My goodness. Okay. What else am I getting here? A person may like cookies. That's a random thing. But I think in the past, your person was greedy. And not just in terms of material things, but in terms of wanting to have their cake and eat it too, and not caring about how it impacted upon other people. So, and I know when we're in that mode, we're not thinking about other people, we're only thinking about self and how we can enrich ourselves, satisfy ourselves, and we're not really seeing people as human beings. So this is something that they're also judging themselves about as well. I'm getting that for some of you guys, your person might be a police officer. I'm seeing the police officer badge here. Or they might be like EMT or one of those uniform persons, right? And they may have wanted to be in this job since they were a child, okay? Because, they want to be Superman, Superwoman, Super they, want to save the world, kind of thing. But this is a job that they're gradually losing interest in because they realize now that it just came from a kind of savior complex. So again, I think they're looking for ways to serve and jobs that align with their true self and not just this wounded child who wanted to save others because nobody saved them. Okay? I think that's what I get from that candle. All right, let's look at their heart space. And that flame is bright, yo. And then here that song, Hearts of Fire. So it looks like the chakra that is most expansive and energetic at this time is the heart chakra. It feels very emotional and like out of control. I feel like, remember, let's go back to their grandparent. Okay. What they learn from that grandparent is to get yourself together. Okay. Gather yourself. Get yourself together. Never show your emotions. What's this thing about being emotional? Let's suck it up. And that's whether this person is male or female in body. That is a message. Suck it up. Suck it up and deal with it. Right? But now, like, there's like a dam bursting within your person. And they're very emotional at this time. They may even be sequestering themselves because they don't want anybody to see them like this. And I don't think anybody has ever seen them like this, where they are out of control. But what their heart is doing, though, is bridging the gap between their downloads and how they express their truths, or how they live their truths in the 3D. Right? So they're going to be looking for jobs that they love. They're going to be looking for partners that they love. They're going to want to live in places that they love, that they feel comfortable and nourished in. They're going to be doing activities that nourish their soul. They want to create things that come out of the bowels of who they are, right? So everything within them is seeking to express itself through the heart space. This heart space is the bridge between the 5D and the 3D. Your person is not interested in living a mundane life. They're interested in living a life of purpose, and that means doing things they love with people they love to show love to the world. So then they're not interested in saving people anymore. They're interested in facilitating people's own journeys of truth. They're interested in nurturing and supporting people as they go through their own healing journey on their own terms. They're interested in embodying love in every area of their life. And as they do that in their little corner of the world, they're seeing so many immediate changes in their environment that testify that they are on the right track. So they're seeing changes within their families. They're seeing changes with the relationship with you. They're seeing different changes in the relationship with another partner. They're seeing changes with their relationship with their animals, in their job. Everything is changing because your person is aligning to the vibration of love. I see them doing a lot of heart healing at this time because your person had a lot of like they show me holes in your person's heart, and then this pink stuff just kind of patching it up, right? So they're doing some repair work on their heart at this time. But some really beautiful healing energy coming through. I see them spending a lot of time. For some of them, it's by the beach. Others, it's by rivers, streams, bodies of water. And that it's allowing for the free flow of emotions, just the movement of the water there. allowing for the free flow of the emotions and them to really reconnect with their emotional body. Now they are thinking about reconciliation with you, and how to take this connection to the next level. And they realize that this is not something that can be rushed, but must be slowly and gradually built, step by step, not missing out any of the steps or rushing towards the end destination, right? Everything takes time. Everything is a process, but they know that they will get there. They're trusting in divine timing. They're trusting their heart, but this is someone who is steadily moving towards you, and every move they make is laying a new foundation for your relationship. That's how they see it. So whether it's getting a new job, it's to align with your connection. Whatever's happening in their home or their family, is to align with your connection, because you are them and they are you. And then I'm hearing that some my love is your love, right? So they're realizing that they try to run from you, they try to block you, but they're really just running from themselves and blocking themselves. And this is not something that they're going to be committing to doing for the rest of their life. They want deep, enriching experiences. They want deep conversations that challenge their consciousness and challenge their own truths. Even if they don't align with your truths, at least it pokes and prods at their own truths to either solidify what they already accept as their truth, or whether they need to do further exploration. But either way, you challenge them to be better. You challenge them to grow, and that's the kind of connection that they want in their life. They don't want anyone that is just enabling them. They don't want anyone that's keeping silent because they're afraid to lose them. That's not what they want in their corner. They don't need any yes men in their corner. They need the challenge, because they want to be the best version of themselves. So this is the energy of being reborn. It's the energy of being born. And it's like they're finally getting some clarity as to what they really want in their life. And it's very different from what they thought they wanted. Okay. Let me get some cards before I move to the extended. What is the most important message that Spirit wants you to know about? My God, just now. Oh my goodness. Hold 1 second, guys. Yeah. Sorry about that. A candle. What does it say? Your light. Yeah, your light is a beacon for them in the darkness. Okay. That's the most important message that Spirit wants you to know about your person. What's this? We have the one who hides the sun. All right. So I feel like your person has been hiding their light. Okay. hiding their light, hiding their power or giving their power away. Okay, for a long time, right? That card from Work Your Light that says, "How do you dim to fit in?" And your person was dimming in every area of their life just to fit in, at work, with family members, with intimate partners, just dimming to fit in. But now they're realizing that they can't do that. That they're here to shine this beautiful light that they have, and that means stepping into their power. What does Spirit want you to know about yourself? We have slimy. And then we have all these frogs, right? So Spirit is acknowledging that you've kissed a lot of frogs, right? You kissed a lot of frogs to come to this point of knowing what you want out of life and in a partner. They're now going through this kind of reckoning, okay? This kind of reckoning. And just as you had to kiss these frogs to know what you want, they had to kiss this frog here to know what they wanted out of life. What's the energy that joins you guys, or what's the common energy between you guys at this time? We have afraid of the attic, and it feels like a fear of failure, afraid of moving forward, maybe afraid of ascending, because one, you may be afraid to leave each other behind. Okay, you may be afraid of failure. You might be afraid of not being good enough. You might be afraid that all those changes, because the card number 58 reduced to 13, all these changes, that this new environment that you're heading to in the attic, it's going to cause for a newer version of you, and you're not even sure if you are ready to go through that rebirth process again. But there is an energy of fear here. It's fear, right? A fear of moving forward, a fear of leaving behind people, things, habits, to embrace a new, right? So this is something that you need to work on. This energy of fear that's preventing your complete transformation and the beautiful transformations and changes that want to take place in your life right now. Okay? All right, my love. So if you're interested, join me in the extended. We're going to go and see what your person's being triggered by at this time, what's happening in their 3D environment. We're going to go into Magic Calabash and see who wants to bring us a message today, and we're going to get some more advice. I'm going to put the link down below for the celebrity edition. And guys, thank you for everything that you do for me and this channel. Take care. Bye.